Are you hooked on thrills and always looking for the next one? Prepare yourself, because we're about to talk about the world's most risky tourist spots. These places are not for people who are easily scared, as they have dangerous rocks and heart-pounding heights. Which dangerous places would you go, and why do people like to go to these places? If you're brave enough, stay to find out. Mount Everest in Tibet in Nepal. The world's highest mountain, Mount Everest, hides its deadliest secret from sight. The primary threat here is the harsh combination of tremendous altitude and severe weather. Climbers endure the perilous trek through the death zone, where oxygen is scarce and the human body deteriorates quickly. At an astounding 29,032 feet, 8,849 meters above sea level. The most common concern, altitude sickness, can cause nausea, vertigo, and in extreme situations, even death. The threat of avalanches, which can occur suddenly, and the bone-chilling possibility of frostbite, which lurks in the bitter cold, increase the risk. A really epic battle with the elements. Climbing Everest has very real repercussions from nature's wrath. Bolivia's Death Road. A spine-tingling experience through the breathtaking Andes may be had on Bolivia's youngest road, also referred to as Death Road, and one of the world's most perilous roads. However, underneath its picturesque splendor is a foreboding threat. The route itself poses the greatest risk because it is a narrow, winding trail that is dangerously close to precipitous cliffs and barely large enough for one car. With fall as high as 2,000 feet 600 meters, there is very little room for error. Fatalities are not unusual and accidents happen often. Adventure seekers who ride this perilous path, cyclists, have to live with the continual fear of going over the edge. Death Road puts courage, cunning, and the laws of gravity to the test in this high-stakes game of brinkmanship. Zambia's Devil's Pool. The Devil's Pool is a seductive but dangerous attraction located at Victoria Falls, a thunderous natural wonder that spans Zambia and Zimbabwe. The constant fear of being carried over the edge by the powerful Zambezi River's currents poses the biggest threat here. The pool entices daring individuals who wish to look down the edge of the falls into the abyss, but extreme caution is required during this exhilarating experience with the power of nature. To get to the pool, visitors must negotiate strong currents and slick rocks. Adventure seekers must exercise caution and appreciate Victoria Falls' raw, uncontrolled force, since one mistake might spell disaster. Spain's El Caminito del Rey. Nestled in the midst of Spain's Andalusian mountains, El Caminito del Rey provides stunning vistas, but at a risky price. The narrow, high walkway that hangs precariously to steep cliffs is the greatest source of hazard here. Once in poor condition, this pathway became well known for its terrifying mishaps. It is nevertheless a place where the threat of vertiginous drops and dizzying heights is always there. Despite major improvements made to improve safety, it takes bravery for visitors to walk this disorienting trail, since one wrong step might send them plummeting into a chasm. Australia's Crocodile Farm. Although thrill seekers are drawn to Australia's Crocodile Farm, the real threat is hidden beneath the surface. Here, the close proximity of saltwater crocodiles, which are notorious for their viciousness and aggression, presents an immediate risk. These apex predators are infamous for their incredibly quick strikes, which can overwhelm even the most cautious guests. Although it's an exhilarating experience, getting up close and personal with these enormous reptiles is a dance on the verge of peril. Entering the crocodile's lair requires keeping a respectful distance and following certain safety procedures. Ukraine's Chernobyl Exclusion Zone. The terrifying remnant of the largest nuclear accident in history, the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, provides a sobering and dangerous experience. The primary risk here is radiation exposure, which is chronic rather than instantaneous. Visitors to the site run the risk of being exposed to dangerous radiation levels even after the devastating accident at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant occurred decades ago. The threat of a silent, undetectable threat lingers despite the rigorous safety precautions implemented by guided tours. This trip serves as a sobering reminder of the catastrophic effects of nuclear accidents, because radioactive residues can still be found in the ground, the air, and buildings. To reduce the inherent risks, this location necessitates exercising caution, respecting the environment, and following all safety precautions. Nicaragua's volcano boarding. Volcano boarding in Nicaragua is an exciting adventure sport with heart-pounding danger. Here, the rapid descent down precipitous volcanic slopes poses the greatest risk. Daredevils rush down active volcanoes at up to 50 kilometers per hour while brandishing a wooden board. Unquestionably thrilling, there is a significant risk of injury. Unpredictable volcanic topography might result in accidents due to abrupt rocks or uneven surfaces. Although protective gear is necessary, riders are nonetheless susceptible to the risks associated with this exhilarating experience. Volcano boarding is an adventurous activity where it's difficult to distinguish between danger and excitement, and every descent has the potential to be either a dangerous fall or an amazing experience. Spain's Running of the Bulls. Spain's renowned part of Pamplona's Sun Fermin Festival, the Running of the Bulls is an exhilarating event that is invariably fraught with risk. The primary risk is that runners could get gored or run over by the charging bulls. In an effort to outpace the stampeding animals, participants dash through tiny streets. The event's pandemonium has left the bulls disoriented despite their size and strength. Deaths and serious injuries are not unusual. Running is a high-risk sport with potentially serious repercussions despite the rush of adrenaline and the attraction of tradition. The world has long been captivated by this ancient custom, but it also carries a risk that must be respected at all times. Jumping over cliffs in Red Bull locations of the World Series Cliff Diving. Red Bull Cliff Diving, the World Series of Cliff Diving, is an amazing spectacle that pushes the boundaries of human bravery. The possibility of colliding with rocks or misjudging a drop from extremely high altitudes is the primary danger in this breathtaking sport. Acrobatic feats are performed by competitors before they dive into the open ocean from heights of up to 27 meters, 88 feet. There is very little room for error and an astounding amount of precision that is needed. A single miscalculation in timing or placement can cause excruciating damage that can even be fatal. Athletes and thrill seekers alike are drawn to the sport of cliff diving because of the rush of defying gravity, but the harshness of the sport serves as a constant reminder to players that danger is always present and that they must respect its force. South Africa, cage diving with great white sharks. An exciting and terrifying experience. Cage diving with great white sharks in South Africa puts you in close proximity to one of the ocean's most dangerous predators. Even with a cage to keep you secure, the biggest risk is being this close to these enormous raptors. Although the cage acts as a barrier between you and the sharks, watching these apex predators circle while drawn to bait is an incredible experience. Even though deaths from these animals are uncommon, this is an extremely risky attraction because of their unpredictable nature and the inherent dangers of being in the open water with them. It's an exhilarating experience that puts your nerves to the test and gives you an incredible rush of adrenaline. Peru's Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu, the breathtaking Inca fortress tucked away high in Peru's Andes highlands, is home to a secret threat that frequently catches tourists off guard. The potential of altitude sickness is the greatest danger here. Situated at an approximate elevation of 7,970 feet, 2,430 meters, the altitude can have severe effects to those who are not adapted. Headaches, nausea, and dizziness are some of the symptoms. In extreme situations, it may result in more significant health problems. Visitors must be aware of the potential effects of the altitude and take appropriate acclimatization or medical treatment measures in order to fully enjoy the history and beauty of Machu Picchu. The destination's stunning views are matched by the high-altitude environment's requirement for caution. China's Mount Huashan. China's Mount Huashan is well known for its perilous climbs and death-defying plank trails. The unstable plank walkway that clings to the steep slopes of the mountain poses the greatest risk here. This trail can be extremely dangerous due to its sheer fall on one side and its difficult weather, which includes rain and high gusts. In the plank walk, participants must shuffle down wooden planks fastened to the rock face while clinging to chains for support. Even if safety has improved recently, thrill seekers still test their bravery and balance there since they know that even a brief distraction might have disastrous results. Because of its treacherous beauty, Mount Huashan is a destination where adventure is an essential component of the experience. Bolivia's Madidi National Park. Discover the depths of the Amazon jungle with an immersive experience in Bolivia's Madidi National Park. The strong number of poisonous snakes, spiders, and other species that live in this dense jungle, however, is the most threat here. The concealed dangers become visible as you hike through the verdant trees and meandering waterways. A nature walk can suddenly become dangerous when one comes across poisonous spiders like the wandering spider or lethal snakes like the bushmaster. Although some hazards can be reduced by guided excursions, danger is always present in the shadows because of this rainforest's untamed and wild character. Every step you take in Madidi National Park inspires astonishment and caution, serving as a tribute to the beauty and savagery of nature. If you love this adventure and want more heart-pounding content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Join our fearless community and be the first to explore the world's most thrilling destinations with us.